Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to transition this wash and go into a three-strand twist out, and I'll show you how I have modified the technique for my fine hair, but I think that the tips I show will work on denser hair types as well. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's jump right into the video. So my hair has been going through it. I am on a Daniel's fast and my hair has been super dry, frizzy, just crazy. Plus it's so cold here in the Midwest. So I'm trying to up my water intake. That's a great tip for those of you who are suffering from, dry hair during the winter time. I make this mineral, sort of infused water. So any way you can get water into your system, go for it. Okay, so I'm going to use perm rods on this style. I'm going to use end papers. A lot of people don't use these, but I love end papers. This is what they look like. This is kind of old school, but they're a really great tool to help protect the hair and to hold it in place when you're rolling it. One of the reasons I like to use them with perm rods is because, as you can see, these rods have these little ridges, and I find that my fine hair gets caught in them, so it helps to protect it. I'm going to use hair clips and then also water that is infused with my favorite conditioner, which is a Lucent's. You guys know it's my boo. All right, I'm trying to figure out, like, how do I normally section my hair? I haven't done a three-strand twist out in a while, and I'm always experimenting with different styles, and so I can never remember which technique yielded the best results in terms of like how I separate sections. So this time I'm going to go with a little bit more hair in the back. I'm actually separating kind of at the crown. Sometimes I like to pull more hair to the front, but we're going to try this one this time. Next, I like to figure out how to put my sections in, figure out where I want my part. So you want to do that and then begin creating your sections. Now, I have done a couple of sections already, but this one I thought would give you the best view of how I actually do the three-strand twist. So I modify it by doing a flat twist first, and then I take the two strands and I split one of them into an additional section. So instead of two strands, I now have three strands. Then I begin to do my three-strand twist. Do the three-strand twist by simply pulling one section over the other two, right? So one section up and over the other two. And you just keep rotating the strand, so whichever one ends up in front, that's the one that you then pull over the other two. So whatever strand is in the first position gets pulled over the other two. Hope this makes sense. I am not of the ministry of tutorial instructions when it comes to doing styles like this. Seriously, it's not my ministry. I do the best I can. I will get better at it, but I hope seeing this and hearing the instructions will help. I will demonstrate it again in just a moment, but once you've gotten to the end of the section, I like to add a little bit of water, and then I'll add my end paper. I just wrap it around. Sometimes I'm really neat about it, sometimes I'm not, but I just wrap it around there, and then I grab my perm rod. I want to say flexi rod so bad. I grab my perm rod and then I just rod the end of the hair. Usually I will wrap it around, depending on the size of the rod, I'll wrap it around about 3 times. That will mean that I'm rodding probably the last 1.5 to 2 inches of my hair. All right, and then you just move on to the next section. So I'm going to show you one more time the technique. Again, I start off by doing a flat twist, and I flat twist until I'm no longer working on the scalp, right? Because typically once you do a flat twist, once you get, to the end of that section, you then two-strand twist the rest of the hair until you get to the, end of the hair, right? I hope I'm not confusing y'all. But yeah, so once you get to the section where you're no longer flat twisting on the scalp, you take one of the sections and you split it so that you have 3 instead of 2 sections. And then you take that one section and bring it up and over the other 2. And you just keep doing like that same process over and over again. It probably looks confusing. It may sound confusing, but I guarantee you once you begin to do it, and you keep watching, the process, it will become so systematic and repetitive, you'll have no issues with it. So then I add my end paper, I grab my perm rod and rod the ends, and I like to do a little spiral motion when I'm curling the ends of my hair. And then you just continue on to the next section. It's pretty simple, guys. It really is. So I ended up doing 5 sections in the front and then 3 large ones in the back. And I will regret that because after I let my hair dry, the front was all dry. You could see how curly those ends are, but watch this next one. When I take it loose, you'll see that it's like womp womp. The end is not curled at all, and that's because the hair is still wet. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these down. I'm gonna use Hydrotherm Naturals. I love this oil. It's great for those of you who are interested in like using an oil to massage your scalp. It really helps with hair growth. I like it because it has so many great oils and it's a really great blend, and it is a medium weight. It isn't a heavyweight oil. So it's not as light as almond oil or as avocado or even olive oil, but it isn't as heavy as like a castor oil. So it's a great medium weight oil. So I'm going to take the back down, and it is wet, guys. Like, this was very disappointing. But the thing is, even if your hair isn't fully dry, you can still work with it. What I like to do in those situations, look at that texture, I love it. But in those situations where it isn't dry, I'll a lot of times do a bob. I'll link a video where I show you how to do that. So you can just salvage the hairstyle, you know. No reason to get disappointed because it happens, and it happens to all of us. So now I'm going to begin to fluff my hair. Now, if you have fine hair, it's really, really important that you go slowly when you are, you know, creating that friction on the scalp to get more fullness. A lot of times we have more issues with scalpiness, and we have more issues with trying to get volume. We have to do a lot more to our hair to get volume. So you want to relegate all of your activity to being close to the scalp. Because we have to do so much more to get fullness and do a lot more manipulation, it's really easy for us to go overboard and then end up with a frizzy mess. So if you leave the ends alone and, you know, keep that activity at the scalp, you should be good to go. So I'm just, you know, moving the hair around so I can get the shape I want, and that's really it. Super easy style. I love the results. It lasts for several days and you don't even have to redo it. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you guys liked it. Please don't forget to thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye.